Okay. I've finished detailing up the parts you could see here, cleaning it up, which I will show off in a moment, but I think it's about time we put this kit together and see how it overall looks with the new paint scheme that I prepared. I'm beginning with the legs. Okay, like that. So that part is done. Let's make sure that goes in nice and snuggy. There we go. Then we put this arm here. Put that arm there, like that. And then we put that there. Oh yeah. Yeah, I didn't finish that. I'll fix that in a minute. I'll fix that. But yeah, this looks really nice. But let's move on to the armaments. And as you can see, I've already cleaned up the shield, removed all the, what I did was I sanded it down using a fine grit sanding paper. I went from an 800 grit, then an 1000 grit, and then I respray painted it over again, 2 coats, and as you can see, it looks really nice. But we're going to put that here. Let's get that. Actually, that's wrong. We're going to do it the other way around, like that. I'm going to take you out, put that here. Like that. And then put you there. Like that. Now this is where it gets interesting. Put that hand here, like that. I'm gonna bring that up like this. Bring that up a bit. And put that right here. There's not enough friction here, so even though there's a layer of glue, but if I squeeze it a little bit, it'll stay put for just a moment, just so I can show off this. And there you go. Swat Zaku. Actually, let me just bend this a bit more. There we go. There you go. What do you guys think of that? Color scheme came out pretty good. Maybe not what I envisioned. Certain parts almost are identical to the parts that I painted, except for like you could see the parts here of the leg of the foot, and this part here where it's part of the leg the chest joint, the shield obviously is a color differentiation right there. I wish maybe I should have tried a different tone, but in all due fairness, I was actually looking into this type of capability, this type of paint job, mentally, because when you see it in your brain, what you think the kit will look like compared to what comes out, it's a little different. You could do it doesn't come out the way you think it's going to come out until you finish it, and then you go, okay, that's pretty good. That came out pretty good. I did a little bit. I had a bit of a mistake. I have the grip hand, but I can't find the part that goes on the on the side, on the top of the hand. So I couldn't use that part for the other hand if I wanted to grab something. And I don't see any way I can grab this other weaponry unless I do the thing with the hands holding up the machine gun. I should have thought of maybe getting another part, like a railing here, to something like to grab on, or at least put the hand down so I could hold up the shield. So that was one little mistake, and then the other mistake was that. The other mistake is when I was drilling the hole here to stick that in there, it actually falls in line with the actual peg that is holding up the shoulder part. So if I start fooling around with the positioning of the shield, this will come off. I'm inclined to gluing it, so that wouldn't be a problem. I also need to glue the ammo drum for the machine gun, but it came out really nice. And some of the detailing, some of the parts that I've detailed up, you see, I told you this was going to come off. I used, I'm going to put that there again. I used the gallery markers. Like right now, these are the gold ones that I have here, but I have the metallic. Where did I put the metallic? I had here a minute ago. Yeah, I used this one, stainless steel, and another one, aluminum. So there's I painted like the chest part there, this part here, the holes. I redid it again. There's certain parts here. I gotta paint that white one. I forgot about that. But it came out really nice. This detail is nice and done. Am I done with this kit? No. I promise to finish this, and I'm promising it to use the tools that I have with me. So right now, let me just bring this back a bit. Put you there. So first, I'm going to be opening up this, the Hex Camo Decal White. Let's take a look at this. I believe you get 2 sheets in here. I could be wrong. No, you get 1 sheet. Oh no, you get 2 sheets. So you have a clear and then a blue background. And you could see in the reflection, I'm going to bend this a bit so you guys can see. There it is. See how it looks. And I'm going to take the kit apart so I can put these on. Also, I am going to take out this one. Like I said, this is the Alphabet White from HQ Parts. By the way, is this HQ Parts as well? I believe so. Yeah, HQ Parts as well. This is the Alphabet White Mecha Model Custom Up what was that? CND Water Slide Decals. And I'm just going to spell out the word SWAT right there. And I'm going to do that using a little tool that I purchased online on Temu, actually. This is I guess a decal base type thing where you can put water in it in the solution. I don't know what this is, maybe to put the pieces in there, but I'm going to prepare this table so I can put the decals on it. So give me a moment while I get the water, hot water that is, warm water, and I'm going to separate the parts here so we can do some decaling. Give me a moment. Okay. We're going to do the text first for this kit. I was going to do the camo, but let me do text. Now I've already gloss coated all the parts for this. Some look okay. Yeah. And I added a little bit more detail, especially here. And the legs here. So what is the size that we're going to be using? I think the appropriate size would be this one right here. So let me cut the words. Actually, be careful. That is water there. So I'm going to patiently cut these off. Okay, so you gotta put it in there and let the well, I know this is like a bit of a spongy thing. I don't know if I have to put it there or I have to put it here. I'm putting it there because that's where the water, I put water in there also, warm water. Okay, so that was S. Now we got W. There is no numbers on this, by the way. I should have thought of that in the past when I got this. And as I'm noticing this, this has three of each letter. So if you make a mistake, you have an extra one. Just don't make a mistake at all. By the way, I have the AC on. If you hear that background noise, it's, oh boy, very hot. Yeah, I need this one. And we're gonna do the, I always keep forgetting what's first, the softener or the setter. I think the softener needs to go in first, but this one has a weird feel to it. I kind of like this one better. Take a little bit of the water that's here and then mix it there just to moisten it up. And I think I'm going to put all of this here. I've seen this product before. I just haven't seen it how it's been handled, or I may be doing it obviously wrong. I'm gonna flip that a bit. Oh, come on. Don't you just hate that? Here we go. No, come on. And it's already loosening up. All right, there we go. So what we're just going to do is stab that, grab it, hold it here. Good. First I'm going to take this. You know what? Can I zoom in on this? And I forgot to turn on this light so you guys can see better. So we're gonna go here. Nope. Sorry. There we go. Collect the water. And then space it out. And this is where I think I may be making the biggest mistake of all, because how do I know that the spacing is going to be good? There's no guide here. There's no way to say, okay, you want to do it there. So how does that work? We're going to figure this out on our own. And if it's a little wet, that's okay. Already the tea is floating about. I know how to get that in a moment. So what you do is, you can't see it, I'm stabbing the leftover paper, and I'm going to put it right under the tea that's floating up in the water. Pick it up, collect some of the water here, and then put that down here. And we just put it there. I think we got it, but now I gotta pat it. Not too hard, not too rough, just enough, and then do the old roll with the punches to try to get the excess water and whatever that's there. Even a small little light rub-a-dub. Now, I guess we put this over this a bit, just to melt it in, I guess. I have another, wait a minute, I gotta get another one of this. And then I'm just going to do that slow, 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 slow. There we go. Not bad. Not bad at all.